all the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
No, sometimes you should change, Shogun. Ball Raiden. Hello. Also, the cats are being hosed.
Hi there. Checking in, are we?
His name is
Just in
Ju-on.
time. We only have 2 rooms left. Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not just workers either. Visitors, business people, tea sellers, all sorts. So,
All sorts.
business is booming for me today. Very few vacancies. You're lucky you got here when you did. One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just at the door on the left. Here are your keys. All right. Hope you enjoy your stay. Please excuse me.
We mean keys. We only need one room.
You should go get some rest. We'll hang around outside until the other room's ready. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon couldn't help but notice one of the guests walk in with a huge grilled chicken drumstick before.
You have a problem, Paimon.
Let's buy one for Shenhua too. She can have it as a midnight snack. Or save it for breakfast tomorrow.
All
I
right.
feel like it'd be cold by
I will
then.
head to my room for now. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door.
Have a good rest.
See you tomorrow.
Night night.
Hey, isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing here?
What does Cloud Retainer ever do?
Let's go and say hi.
She talks in a weird past tense, present tense, not present, third person, whatever. And says, not much useful.
Trust you have met Shenhe. So, are you getting along quite well?
It's not your business.
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhua too, Cloud Retainer?
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shenhe to some degree.
Shenhe.
Cool. So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhua feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it'd be better if we called her by her Adeptus name instead.
She doesn't have one.
Her Adeptus name? Why, pray tell, would Shenhe have an Adeptus name?
Don't all Adepti have a special title they go by?
On this
She not
latter
one.
point, you are correct. However, Shenhe is human.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Wait, what?
I thought so.
You knew already? So is Paimon the only one who didn't know?
Yes. You're kind of
Do you mean
clueless.
to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
Kinda.
Well, to start with, her problem-solving methods are extremely direct.
Murderous, even.
Yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first met her. In this respect, she has not changed. One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of an ever-vigilant disposition, one entered immediately to inspect the scene. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster that was the god's remains incarnate.
That sounds so dangerous.
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile, both physically and mentally, and are highly reliant on their parents for survival. But not so her. That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also to the bloodlust and homicidal instinct with which she was born.
I'm into it.
One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only
I'd
after
probably
she
do the
was
same.
satisfied that one had no intention to cause her harm did she finally
Yuzu,
relent.
or is that Bento? Get
She
out of the
then
way of the
passed
TV.
out without uttering a single word.
Come here. Oh,
In
monsters.
other words, if you hadn't passed by that day, Shenhe might have...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate continued, one suspects that Shenhe may have still emerged the victor of the confrontation.
That's still so dangerous, though. Why was a tiny little kid battling against the wrath of a god in the first place?
Alas,
'Cause
the
adults
mortal
are
world is
useless.
rife with suffering of every kind. And she had experienced her fair share of this, even at a tender age. Seeing that she was homeless, one decided to adopt her.
Did you file the proper paperwork, or?
Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practicing the Adepti arts.
Does she have like +3
All
modifier?
the Adepti cherished her talents, and so we were willing to train her. However, her homicidal
D&D
urges
reference,
did
by
not
the way.
subside with age. Rather, they grew
Oh yeah, I had
stronger day
a
by day.
D&D session
Mooncarver once
yesterday.
performed a divination for her. He
It was
declared
fun.
that her fate is to bear the curse of
We went like an
calamity.
hour over, but they killed the
Consumed
dragon,
by
so that was
malevolent
fun.
energy, she is prone to bring harm to those around her. Such is the magnitude of the danger this poses, that her soul must be bound with red ropes to keep her homicidal instinct at bay. The red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive. Perhaps the red ropes are so powerful that they have suppressed some of her other emotions as well.
You think? Easy, quit chewing on cables.
It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shenhe's path has crossed with yours, please be sure to treasure the gift that fate has given you, and take good care of her.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shenhe because you were worried about her, didn't you?
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. The truth is that while Liyue Harbor may seem peaceful today, danger is always lurking in the shadows. Ningguang
So she was
once
just
made
in the
a bold
neighborhood and saw her
assertion
daughter and was
that
like,
this
I'll
is
just
to
go
be the
check up
era
on
of
her.
the contract between Liyue and the humans. Well, one is most curious to observe how she will respond to the coming storm. If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her achievements. But if she does not, the Adepti shall not hesitate to seize control. Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your time, and night is approaching. Be sure to get ample rest.
Yeah, my room is probably ready. It's been an hour of listening to your nonsense.
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adepti. Oh, no wonder she doesn't like being treated as an Adeptus. Having everyone falling over themselves to show their respect all the time must be kind of hard to deal with.
I need to wait. No, wrong thing. When did it say? Till 8? Well, this is date. What time is it now? 20? So this is dawn. Okay. I'm not waiting until I'm stupid. I didn't. I wasn't paying attention to when dawn was. A little bit more. Boo-doo-doo.
The world remains.
There we go. I just slept outside your house in the rain.
Shenhua,
Your hotel, sorry.
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Yes.
how did you know?
I'd intended to wait
You.
until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you. So I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect
We
that my
only
master
just
must
met
have
up
told
with you.
everything about me. After all, Master is very talkative.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shenhua. Paimon had you down as an adeptus this whole time, but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
It's okay.
It wouldn't be the
I
first
don't
time.
mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything
Hello,
to you
Bento.
sooner. Because in my
Did y'all
experience,
come to
trying
snuggle?
explain is a futile
No,
pursuit.
Bento didn't. Yuzu did, though. Yuzu
Still.
stay.
Though you mistook me for an adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. Instead, you treated me as you would a friend.
Well, it's because
For
you're a
this, I'm very
super-powered
grateful
mommy.
indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're an adeptus or a human isn't the important thing. First and foremost, we're just plain old friends.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like the title friend.
Just
very
kill
much
someone
indeed.
for me and we'll bury the body
Well,
together.
now that we're all
I know you're
rested up,
into
we should
that,
start searching
so
for
it's
the other
fine,
dragon
I'm
convoys.
sure.
But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper how the progress is going. After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. If it turns out some of them have given up already, we'll be able to take things a little more slowly.
No. There is only one speed.
We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night.
No, we did
There was a
not.
place just outside.
We were literally up on that hill and then down here.
Shenhua, try it.
Yuzu, do not knock over that soda.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more
You
agreeable
are a
than those I've
fucking
cooked for
dummy.
myself in the wilderness in the past.
These cats are a goddamn menace. Is that a beta I see? Beta! And other, I have her. I'm just never going to use her. I don't much care for her.
The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky.
I do have Shinha, but I
It
need
seems to be tied down by something.
I need
That's because it's
certain
not
boss
finished.
materials in order to level her up more than 40.
Hey, Byron.
And I haven't even started fighting that boss.
Person Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains balanced. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to
Yep,
rise
totally
to its
paying
target
attention to
altitude.
everything you're saying right
Miss
now.
Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction
Who was
work is
saying
moving
that?
along
There
to
was no one
progress
there.
this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided
Hello,
by you.
Bento.
Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch.
Beto, you're joining the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of Sunset Vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, We're not the only ones who managed to get a hold of it.
Because rare doesn't mean
I've got some
impossible.
introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Yes, because we're very
Greetings.
interested in opera.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine. And this is, sorry, not sure we've met.
Shenhe. I am
Shinhua.
their friend.
Good to meet you. A friend of a friend is my friend too. Or, as I like to say, a mate of a crewmate is part of the crew. Miss
What?
Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well indeed. To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the plastrite required. Fortunately, it was approved for submission, despite being a little on the diminutive side.
Wow. So it looks like the three of us are competitors now.
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help her win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you think?
Sounds great.
Shinha, me, and Paimon are 3, and we're already in the lead.
I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yun. The plastrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Yeah, but I'm already better than you.
Interesting approach.
And I
Okay
have
then.
Shinha,
Alright, I'll go first.
so I don't
I
need
have some
you.
leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the ship and ask Suling if he's heard of them. You guys...
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers.
Wonderful.
Yep.
We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress
Almost
first
as
brings
if we
all
were
of us a
already
step closer to
separate
victory.
teams,
I'm gonna take off. See you later.
and we could do this on our own
Okay,
without
let's go.
without this Yunjin.
By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang Yunjin?
I'm looking
Yunjin.
for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent judgment, so I would like to hear her opinion.
Ooh, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go see it.
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit and an adeptus. It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Ah. Weird.
Clear skies can do nothing to hide the brilliance of lightning. Divine bolts can
I know,
strike
I'm already
even in the
spoiled, so I
absence of
already
rain.
know everything
Do you see
that's
that tree?
going to be said and whatnot, and that's why I'm so bored by it. But I just have to progress to get to the next questy thing, so that I can get more Primo Gems, so that I can get
Excuse me,
Ganyu.
Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Of course I have. Sorry, who's asking?
My name is Yunjin.
Why does the mouth
Perhaps you
not
don't know
move
me,
sometimes?
But I believe that you forged some weaponry for my father in the past, for stage use.
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yun. Sorry. My brain's finally caught up.
Oh, Tofu's all
It's not
balled
used to
up like a
doing
little
much beyond
kitty
bashing
cat in a
hammer all
ball.
day.
It's so cute.
Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yoon. Even
And
folks
the
who
kittens
don't
are
make it to
down at
the
my
opera all
feet
that
being
often.
hoes, fighting each other.
Like myself. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber. The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time. I don't suppose you've brought any yourselves?
No? We were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we need.
Yeah. She didn't really tell us.
Sure. Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium. If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions.
Chi-Chi, what are you doing down there? I see you.
It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Subrosium, I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of the stuff. Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter Iron around Mount Tianheng.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the divine damsel of devastation, I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite, perhaps it can give me some inspiration.
Yeah. Moving on.
I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise.
Sure.
No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, this looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti. The divine damsel of devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng.
Oh my goodness, Pylon.
Seems like you have a real connection with this place. What's the story about, though? It's the story of a girl becoming a hero. Cool. A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite. The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared.
It's getting
The
darker
wife
as she
was out
tells the
collecting
story.
herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me." What a nasty piece of work! Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place! But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward. No! Don't do it, little girl! Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world.
Right.
And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, She vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air.
Look at Shin. Remains sad.
That's how the
Look
I really
at
like
Shin.
this story,
Oh, that's nice.
but I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable. When my father wrote the script for
We
this
have been
play,
standing out here
I
all
suppose his
day. Could
intention
we
was to
go
inspire
find
his
the
audience
goddamn
with
ore?
the character of the divine.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get ourselves some Star Splinter Iron!
Thank you, Paimon, for bringing us back on track. Okay, give me some of these fireflies. I saw them in the cutscene. I want one. Use vision. Do I use this? Or do I use this? What do I use? What do you mean, use vision? I don't know what I meant to do. Visions are my little elemental things, right? So shouldn't anything elemental based show me? I'm gonna say this is one of the things I need. And there's another one. What do you mean use visions? What does that do? Oh, my vision like makes a noise and sparkles when I'm closer to it.
There should be enough Star Splinter Iron.
Well, by the time I got that close to it, I already saw it.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Oh. That is that house for some reason.
Hey, there really is someone here.
Mm-hmm. So there is.
Looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we ask you something?
Wakey wakey. Oh.
Huh. He didn't seem to catch that.
He just doesn't like
Hello,
you.
sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Subrosium.
Ah, he's a zombie.
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Well, whatever. Guess we're on our own here.
Yeah.
Yunjin, let's have a look around.
Okay.
Sorry,
Sounds good
you
to
can
me.
go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's
Shen He.
Shin. You're alive.
Mm-hmm.
The rumors were true. So, all these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium, but I think you can find some information in the village. This place is deserted now. No one ever comes
Why
here.
are you making weird zombie
So you can
noises
run
a
around
second
all you
ago?
want.
Huh? You know this guy, Shenhua?
Yeah, it's her uncle.
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go. Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe. Okay. Then let's see what we can find in this village.
I saw a kitty. I want it. How do I get onto that roof from? Ooh, chest.
Ooh, wonderful.
There we go. You bitch. Can I get that somehow? No. Kitty, what are you doing? Is my main character's thing still, what's it called? There she is. Figured out at one point that you do this for some things. Yeah, kitty, kitty, kitty. I don't need it. I just jump on this. Where you going, kitty? You gonna show me the secret? Secret? Well, I didn't mean to get that. Records of the village has been confirmed.
Of a god, an abandoned
Yep,
village.
yep, yep.
Does this mean
This is
that
the
the true
village.
story of the divine damsel of devastation? The time frame
Yeah.
certainly matches, so it seems we're in the right area.
A destroyed village right on Mount Tianhong?
A reward on the road.
Weird, huh? We're gonna take forever. Where am I going? Over here? Huh? Where is this hand? Is it up more? I don't understand. All the way up here? No. Well, where is it? I'm running out of jumpy doos. Doesn't seem to be another cat to point me in the direction. Is it underneath this? Oh, the hand thing was just... That was just Yanfei's passive. Damn it! Or, I think it was Ningguang's. God damn it. I'm a fucking idiot. I forgot about that. Oh, look, here's the thing. I saw the hand thing, and I don't know why I thought that was the thing. Let me switch back to the right characters. There we go.
Wow, so many raw materials. Huh. What's this?
A lot.
So, Shenhe is the divine damsel?
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple.
Yeah, of course
And
she was.
she didn't
Otherwise,
volunteer.
what was the
She
fucking point of mentioning them?
sacrificed to the monster by her own father.
Your opera that you said was
Truth is
done
even more lamentable than the
was
opera.
there was a man and woman who loved
Now
each
I
other,
understand why
and then
Shenhua
a
said the girl was
monster
not as
got the
brave as people
woman,
think.
and the man went
It
crazy.
wasn't her choice
And then
to enter that
unrelated,
ghastly situation.
it
She
said,
was
"Give me a
forced into it."
child so that I may eat it and I'll leave this
Looks like my
village."
father may need to make a few
Obviously, they're
revisions to
fucking
his
related.
beloved
Otherwise,
opera.
that story makes no goddamn sense. Why would you mention those two separate things?
We've looked
It's
everywhere,
terrible
but still no
storytelling.
mention of Sabrosium. Let's have a look over there.
Could you climb for the love of good?
This is it! So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Sabrosium! Let's go back and tell Shenhua the news!
I hope they put that on the waypoint or something, because I'm not going to remember that.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptus from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. Well, we all know how that story ended. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he
Why is it
wouldn't have
not
done for his
autoing?
true love. Nothing.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhua, we're back!
And I will leave you all in peace. Shenhua, it brings me some solace knowing that you are okay. I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end.
Fucking headset
Shenhua,
sucks.
This tells us how to find Sabrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhua, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts.
Then how did your father
I'd
get
like to
this
change
story
Why?
and make it into an opera?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me,
Who the
I
fuck
cannot
was your
simply
father and
dismiss
why
your
does he
lived
know this
experience
story?
in favor of my
Who
father's
told
fiction.
this story?
It's okay. I like your version.
But,
My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet.
Shenhua, Yunjin, cut the chit-chat. Let's go.
Thank you, Paimon. And then she puts her hands behind her back, like,
We can't let someone else beat us to it.
No one is gonna beat us to it. We can see the lake. Kind of. See, no one else is here, Paimon, and this is the only way to find the thing. So it's fine. Oh yeah, it said dusk, didn't it? Oh, don't fall in that water. Okay. And then time. Ooh. Dusk a dusk. Does the stuff glow? How do I see it? Does it just fucking appear? I guess we're swimming over here for it. Is that Zhao? Fuck that bitch. Fuck you, Zhao. Why are you here?
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest.
Oh, hey, there it is.
According to the contract, but these things can be unpredictable. Only a single mountain lies between if things get out of control.
Okay, so you're unrelated. And no one cares.
That's everything we need. Let's head back and report in.
Hup, hup, hup.
Paimon's curious if Beto's made any progress.
What was Beto's job again?
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
So, are they okay?
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these.
I should fucking hope
Now it's
so.
my time to
If this is
shine.
top quality ore, I would hope at least
Hey,
good
everyone.
quality
How's the
stuff
A-team
comes
doing?
from it.
I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry. It won't take me too long.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next, but where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
The place where
I'll sort
Adepti
that
go
out.
a lot.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge that I lack.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met you, and I'll take care of those Adepti sigils.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe I'll learn something.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can assure you there will be no quality issues.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us.
Let's do it. Ooh. Shogun, we don't. That is fast travel. This is closer. Got some zoomies. Smack a tree, smack a tree, smack it. Oh, are these the trees I smacked earlier? Dang it. Smacked those when I came over here the first time. Well, not the first time, but earlier today.
Ningguang's little secretary! You found all the materials!
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. Okay, I see. The Wonder Cores and Adepti Sigils look good. It seems that we found our winners.
Do you need attention, Tophus?
I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are the Traveler, Yunjin, and Beidou.
What? It's over already? I haven't even found the prostrate yet.
What? So already?
I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's what happens.
So close, but so far.
When you try to beat the main character.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where Lady Ningguang is waiting for you.
Huh? Where's Beidou? She was right here.
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with me for now.
Beidou got her own shit.
Guess we'll head on up to the Jade Chamber first. This has been a long time coming. The last time we went up to the Jade Chamber was ages ago.
Yeah, and then Ningguang fucking broke it on a monster's head.
Combine the Adepti Sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will soar into the sky.
That's nice.
Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my promise.
And get a nose. Because, God, your face looks
I've
so
already heard something
flat.
about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for a venue for your new opera, aren't you?
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yoon's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber? The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens. I can think of no better stage for you than here, Miss Yoon.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly. Please allow me to bring all these aboard the Jade Chamber.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera deserves.
A traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time comes.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your brother's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
So rude.
Wow, you're a mind reader, Ningguang.
Also, she called it a play.
Guess Paimon will ask the question then.
Is all opera a play, but no all plays are operas? Is that the situation?
Capital, connections,
I don't know.
sensitivity to the trends, and instinct for what is a good opportunity. All of these traits are crucial. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is not to say that it will work for you.
Wow. Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
Paimon, you're
question was
always
written all
gone.
over your
Yeah.
face.
You
Now
only ever want money
you
and
helped me
food,
rebuild the
Paimon.
Jade Chamber,
I don't know
and
what
I
you plan
intend
to
to
use the
repay
money
you
for
handsomely
or
for
why
it.
you need food, but that's all you ever go on
So I
about.
promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Great! So next time we run out of Moro, we just need to come to Ningguang? No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is a group effort.
And you did do everything for the
Thank you.
sigils.
But I don't have anything to
And a
ask.
lot of work on that
Are you
plush, right?
sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'd urge you not to squander it.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second. Paimon can probably think of another one.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in Liyue Harbor.
Huh. A sense of belonging.
Yes. To become fond
What are
of a
you
place,
doing in
to
there?
feel part of it. It always
Bento, what are
requires
you
a
doing?
reason. Perhaps
You
someone
a
you've
monster?
met, or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you enjoy the atmosphere of Liyue, and you will become accustomed to it. In short,
What are you doing?
everyone needs a reason to stay. I hope you can find yours soon.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet. I'm a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou. It's your turn. Do you have a question for Ningguang?
Taking my time.
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millilith have set up an ambush.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to hear it. Watch your back. Stay alert.
Beidou? Ningguang? What are you talking about?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant
It's kind of rude that you don't tell me. I know what's going to happen. And it's really rude that you don't prepare me for it, like, at all.
When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor far below. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of Teyvat. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew at this time.
So she basically wants to
hope
make
the
a
Jade
fucking
Chamber will
flying
always float in the
country.
skies above Liyue
What was it
Harbor,
in...
bearing
Was it
witness to the
Columbia?
prosperity and peace of the
What was it
human
called
world.
in Bioshock
And I
Infinite?
hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence!
I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, it is called Columbia. Super rude that I wasn't, you know, warned in any way about this. And I don't have enough time to actually do this fight.
Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming.
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepta.
No.
Huh?
In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone.
Why can't you do this when you're a playable character? This is the same goddamn thing whenever you fight the boss versus when you unlock them as a playable character. Except you don't fight Ningguang as a boss. She's always on your side and just chooses. Ningguang chooses not to do her god power bullshit.
All hands, tsunami incoming!
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
Yeah, obviously. What do you mean, what is that? Ganyu, I love you. Man, you really took that like a fucking bitch, huh?
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
I love Shenhe so much. Like, look at that, that's fucking cool. What are these fucking abilities that y'all choose not to use? Can that just be a thing, like every 1 in 100 of the ults unleashed does something like that? Instead of the piddly damage it does, it just fucking freezes an entire tsunami wave. She's gonna go fucking kick the bitch. I do not think I can do this fight in 2 minutes that I have left.
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only
So I'm gonna end this recording here.